You were interpreting the answer. So we're going to figure out what this answer is, and you had to explain it and model it and show an equation. So let's look at this first model, and like I said, Miss Lovelace Technology Challenge here. I'm going to freeze this, maybe. Can I zoom? Let's see if I'm smart enough to figure this out. The zoom is here, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to freeze this, maybe. Did that say freeze? Anyone see it? Ah, now we're frozen. Great. Okay, so I want you guys to look at this model, okay? Are you with me? Looking at this model, pencils are down. We're not playing with our manipulatives anymore. Everybody, we're going to be discussing what we discovered today, what happened to these fractions, so we can interpret the answer, okay? So looking at this model, I want you to think about what is being represented here with our fraction pieces. And back to your model. So here's what I want you to do. Talk at your group. What's being represented here with our pieces? Turn and talk. Make sense of this model. All right, come back with me. Let's talk. What does this represent? What was this person or group thinking when they created this? Talk to me. What'd you come up with?
They were representing the 6/8 plus the 5/8.
Oh, so 6/8. But what does the 6/8 and 5/8 actually tell us? Yeah.
The 11/8.
It is 11. How does he know it's 11? What do you do? How do you figure that out?
You figured it out by the 5/8 and the 6/8 for finding the mean.
Okay, so how would you figure out there's 11 if you were looking at this? Yeah.
Could you count the 7 under the 5/8 and the 6/8?
That's right. You can just count them and there's 11, right? But what did the 5/8 and the 6/8 represent from the problem? Yeah.
The markers that they're going to need for the project.
The markers they're going to need for the project, right? So project 1 was going to take 5/8, wasn't it? And project 2 was going to take 6/8. So y'all are telling me it's 11/8, right? Is the answer? Okay, so I have another one for you to look at, and I want you to think about what's happening here. And I can figure this out. Unfreeze, maybe. And here is our next model to look at. Okay? Oops. See that? Maybe. All right, so I'm going to freeze this one. I want you to think. Now remember the last model we just had was how many eighths?
11. I mean, it was 11.
11, right? We had 11/8. So let's look at this. What happened here to this model? What do you think they were doing to this model to get, whoops, trip over pencil, to get this new answer? Turn and talk to your group. What did they do here to get their new answer? And talk about their answer. What do you think about that?
One whole and 5/8.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that 4 that
Yeah,
we
what they did.
That would be 8/8. And then they would add that 5.
Where'd they get the one ball?
They got the 1 hole from that binder, the 8/8, 1 hole, and then the 3/8, and then the 5/8.
And then that would be, you add that 5 from that.
Oh, interesting. Let's talk about that. All right, let's come back together. So you guys were talking at your groups. What did someone at your group say? How did they come up with this 1 hole? What happened there? What happened? No. What happened? Who wants to tell me? Yes, tell me. What happened?
There was 11 and then it goes over 10, so you have to put 1 hole.
Okay, tell me your name. Justin is saying there was 11 and that was over 10, so it made 1 hole. What do you think? Is that what y'all were talking about? Oh, what was that?
It was over 8.
Oh, it was over 8. So if it, I'm confused, what does that mean? What do you mean if it's over 8? Turn and tell your neighbor, what are they talking about if it's over 8? What does that mean?
Oh, I mean, that was an 8.
All right, so let's come back together. Would you mind sharing what you all talked about? What does he mean by it's over 8? Go ahead.
It's greater than 1.
it's greater than, or it is, if it's 8, if it's over 8, it's greater than 1. If it's exactly 8, right? So y'all were telling me that this was 8 little 8s, correct? To make your one whole. So then where do these other pieces come from? Where did those other pieces come from? Yeah.
They come from the extras.
The extras, right? So the extras. What y'all think about this?
Like your denominator is 8.
Yeah.
And if you move it over 8, your extras that keep going over 8, you're going to put them back into it. So it'll be like 5/8. One whole and 5/8.
Okay. So if you had extras, he's saying extras, right? Where did the extras come from? Where did the extras come from? Talk to your neighbors. He's saying we got 8, but where did the extras come from? Okay, go back. Talk to your neighbors. Look in the crowd.
You have 5, so that's perfect. But you have to make 5 extra from it. So I kind of understood what they
So you needed to put 8 in there, and you only had 5 in there, right? Okay, gotcha. All right, so come back to me. Where did the other extras come from? Where did they come from? Okay, but where did the 11/8 come from?
The 11/8 came from the answers from the 5/8 and the 6/8 together.
Okay, so the 5/8 and the 6/8 together, right? So I'm going to pick up your model and actually take the model over here instead of a picture this time. So they had this, and I'm going to pull this and put it under the Elmo for you all. If you don't mind, I should have put this under a whiteboard. Let's see if I can pick it up. What do y'all think? Count, right? So they're saying that it came from the 11/8. The other extras came from the 11/8, right? But where did the 11/8 come from? Right? So let's look at this model and see if this helps us make sense of that. Where am I at? So take a look at this. So you see we've already, and that doesn't have an 8 on it, but you know what it is. We've already said from the first model that this was the 5/8 from the first class and the 6/8 from the next class, right? So then the last model we looked at, they had made a whole, right? They created a whole, and you guys told me it was 8/8. What did they do to create the 8/8? You said there's extras, but where did it come from? Look at this model. What did we do to one of these to create the extras and to create the whole? Turn and talk. What did you do to them? What did you do to them? Where did the extras come from? So you took them from the bottom fraction. You did what to that bottom fraction? I'm following you. Okay. All right. All right, let's come back together. And is it, tell me your name again, sweetheart. I'm so awful with names. Tell me your name. Justin. Can you explain what you just said you were thinking and where these came from? Let's see if y'all are following Justin. Go ahead.
From the splitting the 8 into
From the bottom, he said he took what?
3
3, and then did what with them?
like made them acquaintances 1 and 3.
So you put them up here to create your 1, right? Did y'all see that? So where did the extras come from? What fraction did the extras come from, Stephen?
We came from 4/6 and adding 5/6.
Okay, we added those together. But what fraction was here? Where did I take those 3 from? What fraction did I take it from? Yeah.
You took the 3 from the 6/8.
I took it from the 6/8. What was that word we used yesterday in your lessons? What did you do to fractions? You broke them apart and decomposed them. So what did we do to that one fraction? Decomposed it. And we decomposed 6/8 and gave 3 to the 5 to make a whole, didn't we? Do y'all agree with that? The challenge question for you to talk with your partners. Could we have decomposed the 5/8 and done the same thing or not? Turn and talk to your partners. Could we have done the same thing to 5/8?
No, from the 5. There was